everybody, James Akers here, the tie guy. Today we're going to be tying an Eton tie or Eton tie. This is it's a beautiful tie. It's got a blue and white geometric pattern to it. It is definitely a thicker silk. It's got a little bit of thickness to it. It's what I would call more of a rigid silk. It's not super soft. When you go to lay it, it doesn't just hang straight down. Whereas a thin or a soft silk would be going straight, just wrap with it. It feels like it almost has a little bit of starch in it. It's not. It's just the texture of the silk. One of the interesting things about Eton ties that I found, because I don't have a lot of them, I've got several of their shirts, and the shirts I have are made in Romania. If you know anything about me, I wear a lot of Italian shirts, but I also wear a lot of Brooks Brothers shirts. My suits are Italian typically. My ties, I vary between the different brands, but I do lean a little bit more towards Italian, although I do love me an Hermes French tie. But this tie is actually made in England, which I found interesting because even Burberry ties, for example, I believe are made in Italy. I've got several of them that are made in Italy, but Eton is made in England. I just found that just kind of an interesting fact. But it is 100% silk. We're looking forward to tying it up for you and seeing how it goes. As far as a feel, I would say it's not quite as good of a quality as a Zegna or Ferragamo or of course Kiton or one of those, but it definitely feels good. It feels like it's in line as far as just feeling it with like a Canali, which would be about right because they're both middle tier luxury brands. But let's tie it up, see how it ties. The Canali tie, last Canali tie I did, I was new to Canali ties. I've got some of those shirts and stuff, but I was pleasantly surprised after tying the tie. I thought before it didn't feel as great, but I was really surprised how it felt. So this being a little bit of a thicker silk, we're going to give us plenty of room here on the bottom end to make sure we tie us a nice knot. Now I'm wearing a button-down shirt, so thicker silk ties sometimes don't go with button-down shirts. You got to really tie a tight knot. So we're going to take the long part of the tie over top, underneath, up and through. Then we're going to come around behind, up and over. I can tell you I'm already feeling it's tying nice. It's got a nice feel when you're tying it. I think it's going to tie a really nice knot. Then we come around the front, up and behind, down and through the little pocket we've just created. And now we take and make our adjustments and we tighten this up. And it's probably going to be a little short. I'm probably going to have to retie this, but I want to see it's definitely tying a nice tight knot. I'm pretty impressed with that. Let's see how long it's getting, see how long we can make it. Now if we need a little more length, we can tighten the knot up, and because you're tightening the knot using less silk, it creates length for you. But I think we may have to retie this. Let's see here. We're coming down just past the top of the belt buckle. I like my tie, the tip of the tie here comes somewhere between the top and the bottom of the belt buckle. Let me put this collar down and adjust it and see how it looks. We may not have to retie it. It's a button-down collar, so we'll button that in just a second here. But first, let's tighten this up real nice and tight because it is a button-down collars. You have to have a little bit tighter knot because there's not as much room there. So yeah, actually it's coming down. I don't want the tie to be above the belt buckle, but this is, yeah, that works. It works, absolutely. So let's button down the collar, and then we'll put this together. So I will say this. I didn't like the feel as much when I was just filling it and reviewing it. As far as the tying of the tie, it tied a really nice tie. It reminds me a lot of Canali. I would put Eton and Canali right there together as far as quality, construction, feel, everything else. Okay, the look should start scrolling across the bottom of your screen there. Excuse me. But I'm going to go over it with you here. And then there will be pictures on my Instagram, which we'll go over with you in just a second as well. Okay, we have on a navy blue Hermes Zegna Suit, a yellow Brooks Brothers shirt. We have a blue and white geometric Eton tie. We have on a brown, a dress brown, which dress brown is just a shinier brown, so to speak. Dark brown leather Salvatore Ferragamo belt with a gold belt buckle. Today we're going to be pairing that with a pair of what I call chocolate brown Oxfords by Bally. There will be pictures on my Instagram. Instagram is Tie Guy James Akers. Tie Guy James Akers. It's at the bottom of your screen. Check that out. There will be close-ups of the tie, the shoes, selfies of me with the tie, and click on follow me and you'll see all my pictures. Usually 4 to 5 days a week I do videos and pictures on my Instagram, video on my YouTube. Click subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I am ready for work.